Okay, it's time for today's CSS battle. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Okay. Let's do this as maybe 2 elements? Or could we do it all with... No, let's do it as... maybe 1 element. Maybe nested. Let's try nested. Let's try nested. Okay. Start like that. Add a div. From the top, 60, 70, 82. That's going to be 40, 52. That will get us there. Now then, let's make this background here be... Right, first off, let's make that background there, that light brown. Then, let's do a conic gradient. We'll use that as the top left square, I think. So let's go at, what's this side, 60, 170, so 110, 90, 160, so 70. No. Let's do it as that, and then do no, let's do that, and then go clunk, and then transparent, and then where have we got that at the moment? Up there. Let's also take out the red for now. And let's say that's so 0 from the left, 90 pixels from the top. Do I want 90? I don't think so. 60, 70 pixels from the top. We're not going to worry about the fact that it's overlapping something else at the moment. We'll make it 160 pixels wide. 170. Is that the size of that square? That is the size of that square. Okay. So, there's that bottom block. We'll also use a linear gradient from the top. We will do that as 90 to 140, so 50 pixels. So we use the dark brown for 50 pixels and then transparent for the rest. That gets us the bar across the top. Then all we need is 2 radial gradients along the bottom. So we want transparent for 90 to 130 is 40, so 20 pixels. And then we want the brown for, oh, we also want a 1Q. Yes, we do. so 60 to 160, so 50 pixels. We'll do 50%, 100%. Which would put it in the middle, which is now under that conic gradient above us. We will set its width to 50% temporarily. We'll see what that does. Okay, that's not quite going to be the right size, so let's try 160 pixels. Let's hit a def. I think they're further apart. 170 pixels, 180 pixels. 180 pixels would be perfect, and then if we minus 20 pixels, 80 pixels, 60 pixels, 50, 40. 40 pixels would be right. Let's get rid of the diff. Now then, we also need to add a transparent onto that, and that should get us the shape. Okay, let's see whether or not that's accurate. Right, well that will give us 100%. So now, let's see what we can collapse a little bit. 110 is not divisible by 3 or 4. 70 is not divisible by 3 or 4. 170 isn't. 180 is... 160 would be 40, so that should be 45 BH, I think. No, VW. That's better. Is that the only one that I can actually... Yeah. That is the only one that I can actually collapse. Yeah, 50 works fine for that. That's still not going to help. I suppose I could do these in queues. Just make that about that many. That should be 53, I think. So that could be 74. Maybe 75 cute, no. 74 looks closer. That'll be 180Q, give or take. 181, 182, 180. Right, I think that's going to be too far off for it to count as 100%, so we'll just check it. Yeah, that's what I thought. So let's put this back as a pixel value, and this as a pixel value. We'll change that back to 110 pixels and that to 50 pixels, because those are accurate numbers. We'll get rid of that. I might try is changing that to this light brown. and see whether or not that will actually colour the rest of the... Ooh. Now what's it done? Oh. Yeah, that's not going to work like that. That's a shame. Let's put that back there. Then we can take this back to transparent, which is slightly shorter. Okay, we'll minify that and we'll submit it. Now, just for fun, we will do the same but with two elements this time. We will first off mark this one as not there temporarily. So body, background, this colour, P, background, red, height is 90 to 210, so 120 pixels. We'll shift it in with some margins. So first off 70, 80, so we'll make that 90, that's beautiful. And then in from the sides 60, 52. Okay. Then we want 0 on the bottom, and then on the other side we want 400 minus 52, 248. No, we don't. We want it to actually be halfway, so let's make this last number 52 briefly. And then 1819. I do believe that's correct. And then we can technically, if we set this number to minus 120, I'm fairly sure that P plus P just needs margin of 0, 52, 0, 192. And that will bring it in, and we can make that scale of minus 1, 1. Okay. Now then, this background doesn't want to be red, it wants to, well actually we just want, let's do one linear gradient for the top, which is going to be that colour for 50 pixels, and then transparent. Is that right? That looks good. Then we want a radial gradient at 60, 110, so 50 pixels, 100%. That is transparent for 20 pixels, brown 50 pixels, and then transparent, and it still needs one cube. Whoop. That'll get us those two, and then all we need is that last bit, which we will do with one cubic gradient from 90 degrees, no, yes, at 80, 70, that for 25%, and then transparent. Okay, where'd that go wrong? Okay, maybe that's supposed to be at and then from. Maybe it's not supposed to have from. Let's get rid of the from. Let's try. Okay. Oh, it's not cubic, it's conic cube. Why do you keep getting that wrong? Then we do from 90 degrees. Okay, that's wider than it should be. 80, 90, 110. 110 pixels looks good. Right. I think this is still going to be longer in the in code length. We can get rid of that and that. Get rid of that. Do minify. Hit submit. Yeah, that's quite a bit longer. But there we go. That's two ways of doing today's CSS battle. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.